XIMEX TV, Zimbabwe leading trending gossip TV. Remember guys to like, share, comment and follow. Today is the 9th of September 2022. And so guys, South Africa's second largest opposition political party, EFF, led by Julius Malema, says it will not mourn the death of the British Queen Elizabeth II, as she never apologized for the plunder of African resources and the brutal killings of millions of African people by the British during the colonial era. Queen Elizabeth II, the United Kingdom's longest serving monarch, died on Thursday afternoon at Balmoral, Scotland, aged 96, after reigning for 70 years. In a statement issued by national spokesperson Sinau Tambo on Thursday, the party said that if indeed there is life after death, Elizabeth and her ancestors should be punished for their crimes. The statement reads, the economic freedom fighters announced the death of Elizabeth Alexandra Mary Windsor, the Queen of the United Kingdom and the ceremonial head of state of several countries that were colonized by the United Kingdom. Elizabeth ascended to the throne in 1952, reigning for 70 years as a head of an institution built up, sustained, and living off a brutal legacy of dehumanization of millions of people across the world. We do not mourn the death of Elizabeth because to us her death is a reminder of a very tragic period in this country and Africa's history. Britain, under the leadership of the royal family, took over control of this territory that would become South Africa in 1795 from Batavian control, and took permanent control of the territory in 1806. From that moment onwards, native people of this land have never known peace, nor have they ever enjoyed the fruits of the riches of this land, riches which were and still are utilized for the enrichment of the British royal family and those who look like them. From 1811, when Sir John Cradock declared war against Amatkosa in the Zouvelveld in what is known as the Eastern Cape, until 1906, when the British crushed the Bambatha rebellion. Our interaction with Britain under the leadership of the British royal family has been one of pain and suffering, of death and dispossession, and of dehumanization of African people. We remember how Ngele died in the aftermath of the 5th Frontier War, how King Hisha was killed like a dog on the 11th of May 1835 during the 6th Frontier War, and had his body mutilated and his head taken to Britain as a trophy. It was also the British royal family that sanctioned the actions of Cecil John Rhodes, who plundered this country, Zimbabwe and Zambia. It was the British royal family that benefited from the brutal mutilation of the people of Kenya, whose violent resistance to British colonialism invited violent responses from Britain. In Kenya, Britain built concentration camps and surprised with such inhuman brutality the Mau Mau rebellion, killing the then Kimathi on the 18th of February 1957 while Elizabeth was already queen. This family plundered India via the East India Company. It took over control and oppressed the people of the Caribbean islands. Their thirst for riches led to the famine that caused millions of people to die in Bengal, and their racism led to the genocide of Aboriginal people in Australia. Elizabeth Windsor, during her lifetime, never acknowledged these crimes that Britain and their family in particular perpetrated across the world. In fact, she was a proud flag bearer of these atrocities during her reign. When the people of Yemen rose to protest against British colonialism in 1963, Elizabeth ordered a brutal suppression of that uprising. During her 70-year reign as queen, she never once acknowledged the atrocities that her family inflicted on native people that Britain invaded across the world. She willingly benefited from the wealth that was attained from the exploitation and murder of millions of people across the world. The British royal family stands on the shoulders of millions of slaves who were shipped away from the continent to serve the interests of racist white capital accumulation, at the center of which lies the British royal family. If there is real life and justice after death, may Elizabeth and her ancestors get what they deserve. And so guys, this is what's coming from the EFF, which is the Economic Freedom Fighters. The second opposition political party in South Africa. They are saying that we are not mourning Queen Elizabeth II. because of the reasons they've give in that statement which they released yesterday after she passed away. So Katitore in the comment section. This is XIMEX TV hub for the communities. Do you agree with EFF? Let's discuss in the comment section. This is XIMEX TV hub for the communities. Remember guys to like, share, comment and follow. It's gonna be a very long weekend actually, because maybe this weekend, next weekend, it will be all about Queen Elizabeth. You refresh your Facebook page, queen this, queen that, queen this, queen that. I mean, it's the high time that we need to go back to our history books and reread the history, because tina pana dekidike kuma 2000 vasingana so the European history. You need to go and read it, because you need to understand where EFF is coming from at the same time. And so XIMEX TV, you are listening and watching XIMEX TV hub for the communities. Bless up.